Honestly, I just wanted to create this channel to document my journey. People always ask me, how long have I been an artist? And to me, the answer to that is quite simple. My name is Peterson Janvier. I'm 26 years old, and I live in Pennsylvania. And I feel like those people are looking for a specific answer. Or maybe I've been painting for 2 years, 3 years, 6 years, whatever amount of time you've been doing that. For me, I always say it's like I've been an artist all my life. I feel like an artist isn't something that you become like just because you decided to pick up a paintbrush or start writing rhymes on paper or start singing, start writing books. It's something that you've always been, even before you started like acting on those emotions, those feelings that pull you towards your calling, I'll say, you know? I feel like for me, the first time I ever felt something of like a spark, I believe I was in like I believe I was in 5th grade. I remember vividly because to me that's like a core memory. Um, just me and my friends, us being kids and just drawing. Like I'm talking about like all the time and on our desks. And we were in school, like we were supposed to be like paying attention, or maybe not, like doing graffiti all over the school or on our desks. But we were those group of kids that were like not rebellious. I'll say we were still good kids, but it was art that sparks our interest. So even if the teacher were planning a lesson on the board, we were just like drawing on the desk and just being kids, being free, not having any expectations, and pretty much just like losing ourselves in the process without even knowing that's what we were doing. And back then we used to have like parents and teachers conferences, and like we knew like our parents would come to the school to visit our classroom, like talk to the teachers, like how we were behaving in class, if we were paying attention. But honestly, I don't think like we really cared, just because we got to be free, like by expressing ourselves on these desks. And I felt like for me that was the first time I really ever had like a spark of like, oh, okay, like this is different, like I'm really into that. Even I didn't know why, but it's just kind of like, oh, like I'm into this, and this could be something in the future. Like how we all have, well, most of us, I'll say, have idols and people that we look up to, maybe for like inspiration or whatnot, or we appreciate maybe not who they are as a person, because most of the time you don't really know who these people are, but we appreciate their work and like how good they are at their craft. Like for me, I felt like my first inspirations were this group of kids and myself too. Just being different from those other kids kind of like separated us. It's like, oh, okay, like we have something that they don't. And it was always like my creative like my creative calling just kind of like pulling me in. Back then I didn't really know, but I never knew if that was the thing I was going to be doing for the rest of my life. Like I'm 26 now, and it took me a while to kind of like figure everything out. and I'm still I'm still figuring it out. What I mean by that is it's it's a journey, and you have to kind of be okay with, just like accepting the path that you're on, and even though you're trying to get to a destination, but enjoy the journey in the process. Things takes time. You know, we have this thing called life, which is, always unpredictable. You never know what's gonna happen the next day, but we keep pushing and we keep working on our dreams no matter what. This YouTube thing has been calling me, for the past couple months, and I've been kind of like refusing it, or just kind of like putting it aside. Like I can't be doing this. I'm not gonna be recording my whole process of me painting or taking photos or sculpting, whatever you may call it. But I felt like it was in my core to do that, especially too. It's been like maybe like a year or so. Well, not even a year. I've I've just recently started posting on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, Twitter. I haven't opened a Twitter recently. It's because I wanted to, or X, I should call it. It's because I really wanted to share my art with others, and I feel like I have a lot to say and I got a story to tell. So what's the best way of doing that than making YouTube videos? And YouTube videos can be however long. You can just, get lost in the process. Just pretty much like document everything. That's really like the purpose of this channel. And I'm not even gonna lie too, man. It took me a lot to get here to this point right now. The journey hasn't been easy, honestly. Yeah, it was a lot of like self discovering and peeling the layers and just really figuring this out. Like, okay, like, is this really what you want? Going through the process of, college. I went to college like straight out of high school, but I dropped out after like 2 years of being in college. I went to a community college back in Delaware because I lived in Delaware for like 10 years before I moved to Pennsylvania. And even the decision of me to go back to college, that's kind of like where I really like found myself that second time around. And I recently graduated too, in 2023. So that was like, being there and just like having a different mindset. I felt like at that point in my life, something kind of like clicked and everything changed. I was creating more. I was really just deeply into the process, and I was also trying. Well, I also found my art style, which I know not every artist has. Sorry, I know not every artist has like an art style, but to me, it kind of just came naturally. I felt like my style is something I've had all along, but because of a fear of being perceived in a different way by others, I just kind of did what everybody else like wanted. Like maybe like do a portrait of somebody, or cartoons, or like still life, stuff like that, like the whole process. Because I also went to school for digital studio art. In other places it may be called multimedia, which is like a pretty much like a study of like plethora of things, like videography, photography, gaming. It could be a lot, because it's a lot to uncover in that, under that major. It could be a lot. So for me, it was just kind of like oh, okay, like my art style makes sense. And I've always had it because whenever I was working on something and that side of me will come out, and I would pretty much like put it aside or be like, oh no, that's not what I'm trying to do. But during those time, I was really able to like kind of like let go and just flow with everything that I'm feeling, like trusting my instinct and enjoying the process, so it's like it's something I've always had, but it took me a while to kind of be like, okay, like let's lock in, and then this is it, this is what we're gonna do, this is what it's gonna be like, and no expectations, or just kind of like go with the flow, and everything will come out as it should in the end, you know. But anyways, man, y'all see what's going on. Y'all see what's going on here. I started recording this yesterday, but yeah, it was kind of like my first day, so I was just trying to like figure everything out, like cameras, like recording situation, mics, and all that other stuff. So, but I do have the process how I got to this point here for this painting. So yeah, I'm gonna also put that in the video, and yeah, we're gonna keep on rolling, and we hope to finish this painting very soon, because this is really like an everyday thing. Yeah, it's about to be a journey. It's about to be a journey, man. And y'all see it. That's all I got. One of my simpler artwork that I've made, but the concept, I enjoy the concept. I enjoy working on this, man. And I'm super proud of this piece right here. I'm super proud of it. Yeah, man. That's all I got. That's my baby right here, man. Look at it, man. That's my baby right here.